Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany.
Hola.
Hello, lovely ladies.
Hello, how are you today?
Oh, look at that. People are happy to see you. You guys are back.
It's so refreshing in here, in your room.
In the studio?
In the studio room.
The studio room? Yeah.
You should give it a name.
What do we call it?
The boom boom room?
The boom boom room.
I like it. What about just one boom? No.
Boom room.
Then it wouldn't be very exciting if it was just the boom room.
You're right.
If it's just one boom.
Yeah, you're right. How is everyone doing today?
It's Friday. Hey, happy 4th of July.
Oh my goodness, it's coming up. Oh,
It's 4th of July now.
Oh, it is.
Hello.
Where am I? Oh my gosh, you're right. It is.
Definitely.
Oh my God. So what are your plans for 4th of July?
Actually, I'm taking my fiance out for her birthday. We don't know. It's going to be a surprise birthday trip for her. So
fun.
everybody, don't tell Savannah.
Oh, don't tell Savannah. Oh my God. She just knows that you guys are going to go somewhere, right?
She knows we're celebrating her birthday. She just has no clue what we're doing.
Is she excited?
Oh my God. She's always excited.
Oh, she's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Hey, so I want to bring something up today that I want to see what you guys think about. How do you guys feel in your own personal space in dating? Do you think when you go out dating, you want someone that wants peace, or do you want someone that reacts? And what I mean by that is, like, I'm in my 50s, and honestly, I don't want all that noise. I don't want to be sitting around all that noise. I want peace. I like peace. I like.
What is noise to you?
Noise to me is like things that disrupt my life.
Like? Give me an example.
Well, let's say unnecessary things like you call me because, oh my God, my aunt's cousin's brother's girlfriend is so much cuter than me, and oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, and how does that affect you and me?
Oh, okay.
Well, wait a minute. Are we talking about just noise in general, or is it noise
Just
that is coming from your significant other?
any kind of noise, man.
You define noise.
Yeah, I did define the noise. So let me ask you this. Okay, so let me give you a kind of a visual. So if you were in a boat, okay, and all the water is out there, okay, you're floating.
Where would it be?
Well, all the water's out there, hey, you're floating on it.
Okay.
And any water that gets in, that would be the noise. All the water that wants it. So you want to try and just keep that water out, and just so you can live comfortably and peacefully. Now, a reactive person is someone that just, you tell them something and they're going to jump on it, whether it's good or bad. They're going to jump on that shit. They're going to jump on that bandwagon like they've never jumped on anything else before. And you can get that reaction by either saying or doing one of those things. What do you guys look for
In a partner, if we want someone who
dating partner, whatever?
Okay.
Whatever.
So, I mean, for me, I think that because I am an older person, I'm a Gen Xer, I do prefer the calmness of the still waters. I don't like all the hoopla. But that's a thing, though. How can you avoid that? Nothing is drama free. I mean, life is not drama free. And if I do get a significant other, because I am single right now, but when I do get him, I mean, nothing's going to guarantee me that person is going to be it's still waters forever.
But you can see while you're dating them how they're going to react to certain situations, whether it's good or bad. Like what I'm saying is I have
are you talking about the personalities, right?
Well, I'm talking about, I have a family member that, for example, if I were to say, hey, this person did this and it's going to affect you in that way, that family member would jump on all that shit and be like, start overreacting, start bringing out all the negative stuff about that person and everything, instead of just saying, hey, well, it is what it is, and just letting that shit stay outside.
Yeah. No, you're right. I mean, I think that I think everybody prefers someone who their personality is and will be, that they will react in a calm way if stuff
the
happens.
calmness comes. This is just a question for both of you guys. Does age? I guess, do you learn to be calm as the older you get, or does it really matter? You're just wild all the time if you're going to be a wild.
I could say probably in my 20s I would be more reactive because I didn't know how to control that noise. I would have let it. I would be consumed by it and do it. It's like that feeling where if you and the girl you're going out with or the guy you're going out with, and you're feeling the moment, and you're like, ooh, okay, this is kind of, let's go to bed. About time for some chicka bow wow. That's a reactive instead of holding back and be like, why are we doing this? Is this something that we should be doing? Should I really be contemplating it? So I think in your 20s, you're looking for that reactiveness.
I think it also comes with time, because when you're younger, when we do react to certain things, we don't realize that we are reacting. We just kind of do what we see, what we have seen in our home with our families. Oh, this is how they react when they get noise. So that's the way I should react too. It's only with time do you realize, like, you know what? I have the option just to stay still and to see, what happens. I don't have to react to something. I can just kind of, take it in and see if it is an issue. We can sit down calmly and try and solve the problem.
Okay. What about you, Brittany? You're staying very quiet about this subject. I think you like noise, don't you? You like the noise.
So I guess
you've been controversial the last 3 episodes. I want a man with money, but not with money. Yes, with money. No money.
No. I didn't say I want a man with money. I said I want a guy that makes more money than me.
Okay. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is money. You'd be like, okay, you when you say you want a guy with money, it sounds like you want someone that's super rich. But it's not about rich. It's about someone that makes a little bit more than I do, so that I know that they can provide and they could give me the comfort of how I would like to live life, since I work really hard to be able to provide that lifestyle for me.
So you just want to make sure that person can keep up with you.
Yes, and if they can, I don't want to be paying on their part.
And just to piggyback on what our friend here says, honestly, the majority of women do feel the way she feels. I know that I do. It's not that we're gold diggers. It's just that, we want to feel a sense of security. And I think that, that is a sense of security. If your man either makes the same or more, you feel like, okay, you know what? I'm not going to be taken advantage of. I'm not, if something happens to my job, at least we can get by for a little bit with his job until I get my own job. So it's that sense of, okay, he has me. He guts me.
So when you're looking on Bumble or Tinder, is there something in your description that says you must make the same amount of money?
No, but that is a conversation that comes along once you get to know that person. And it's usually done maybe by once you realize, okay, I'm really interested in this guy, let me tell you, this is what I'm looking for.
But what do you think the perception would be about that from on the male side of it?
It's the delivery. It's how you tell them.
I doubt that.
No.
I agree. I think it's a delivery.
I think that if you tell them in a way that, it doesn't hurt their ego.
It's a fantasy.
I think guys that say that's a fantasy is because they're struggling.
Well, no. Hey, you know what?
I'm just saying, because when a guy is not financially struggling, that question wouldn't even matter to them. Well, be like, all right, well, that's a good question. Let me tell you. And then they wouldn't even bat an eye with the question. It's usually the guy that's like, well, I'm kind of struggling a little bit, and this is a little hard for me, but, she's a gold digger. I'm like, well, you probably think I'm a gold digger because I'm asking you, and you probably are not going to meet my expectation, and you know that.
Okay. Well, I'm just saying it's a gold digger.
I told something to Brittany the other day, and I want you to hear this.
Okay.
Women are not gold diggers. All women are expensive. What you guys need to do is pick your range and sit there.
Oh.
Pick the one you could afford.
Pick the one that you can afford.
All I gotta say is,
That's true.
I think if the man is whether he makes, like I said, 20,000 or 100,000, if he's paying his bills and he's taking care of business at home, what does it matter? If you come and you know he has a house,
he's not gonna have a house with 20,000. Let's be real.
I'm just saying you don't know that because they could have bought it way back when. You know,
how old is he?
I don't know. I'm just saying that it does happen. I've seen people that make 40, 50,000 and they're comfortable, and they're very comfortable.
They can't afford a child with 40 to 50,000.
Okay, but are you planning to have kids?
Well, if he wants kids, he's not gonna afford it.
I know, but are you planning to have kids?
Yeah. I mean, no, but
okay. What about you, Raquel? Are you planning to have kids?
10 dogs.
No, okay.
But realistically speaking, the way the economy is, with 40 to 50,000, and a guy that wants a child cannot afford having a wife and children.
And see, and this is noise right here. All that, everything, you guys, is noise. Keeping that water out of my boat, keeping floating.
Wait a minute.
But first of all, we're not in your water.
Shit, you're always around my water. Get out of my boat.
We're not trying to get in your boat like that, you know. But what I'm saying is, all I'm saying is that realistically speaking, I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough if the guy is making that much, and then you have a woman that's making more.
But if you guys are both comfortable and both of you are making it happen, and you guys
there's
going to
be resentment though. Believe me, either from the guy because he feels like he's less of a man because he can be or the woman because she feels like now I have to pick up all these other bills because he can't. And sadly, so I was talking to this guy yesterday, right? And we were having this really cool, really good, strong conversation, and we were talking about money, you know. And this is the first time I met him. I was out last night, and we were talking. I was like, "Oh, so have you been married?" And he said, "Yes." And how long were you married for? 15 years. So, that's a long time. What happened? So, guess what got in the way? Finances. Why? Because he said, and I said, "Well, what happened?" It's like something had to happen for a 15-year marriage just to go downhill. And then he's like, "Well," he goes, "It's a lot for a man to financially provide for the family, like pay the bills, get a house. I mean, it's exhausting." He's like, "So I was just asking her if she could get a job and help. And that was too much. And she didn't want to because she was so used to me taking care of her." So I just said to myself, okay, so did you set it up like that? Did you, when you met her, was it always like that? He's like, yeah. So then I was like, well, then I'm sorry, but you can't expect her to change.
And she's taking care of the home,
right?
Well,
let me ask
you
this.
With the kids and everything?
Yes. But he wanted help financially because he was struggling. And he couldn't afford everything that she wanted. Like, it was like...
Well, but does he understand that if she does go to work, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's not going to be happening at home?
No, he didn't understand that. And I was like, well, you can't, I was like, it's a gift. I said, I understand where you're coming from, but you set it up that way.
No, I'm gonna stop you right there because they were married for 15 years. He's been doing it, and then all of a sudden, from what you're telling me, is that she started asking for more stuff and more stuff and more stuff and more stuff.
But more stuff is just a bigger house because they had more kids.
I know, but if
they needed stuff for the kids. They needed money for a car for his older kid, college tuition. And he's like, I can't afford it. I was like,
okay, so if he's making, let's say he's only making $50,000 a year, you knew this going into this. At the time when you first got married, he provided you a small home because he could afford that. He made sure you were at home. He had a vehicle that he could afford. The economy has gone crazy. Everything, inflation, everything. Maybe his wages or where he's working at didn't keep up with all that, which most companies don't.
No, yeah.
Could you say with your salary you could keep up with that?
Well, I wouldn't be dating him.
I'm saying you by yourself. If you were already in this relationship, let's say you were a part of that relationship. Let's say the tables were turned. You were the one staying home. You were the one working. He was the one used to being at home, cleaning up, taking care of the kids, doing everything. And then one day you come back and say, "I need help. I need financial help. I need you to be a part of the team and help me out with this because if you want this bigger house, you want this more stuff." We're going to need another income because we can't afford to leave this place.
I just have to know that's not going to work. I would have to walk away because I was in something like that where the guy wasn't making much. I was with him for a very long time. It was a burden to have to take care of my kid, our kid, him, and then have to figure out how I'm going to pay for the apartment, the water bill. And he was making some money, but I was like, oh, this is not enough. And I'm like, but I'm the one busting because I was the one making more. There was resentment there. And I knew that it wasn't going to go nowhere. And I was like, okay, this is I could accept this life and be okay with it. But I knew I wasn't going to be okay, so I had to leave. Like, this is not going to work.
I think that the conversation has to be there at the beginning of the relationship.
It has to.
Like, for example, if they choose for the woman to stay at home, take care of the kids, the husband go out and get a job and financially support the family, they also have to have the conversation. Okay, but you know what? This is what I can afford. If we go on any further, then you would have to help.
Yep,
and then that's when the woman be like,
fair,
no,
yeah.
I can't do that. Or yes, that's when they have
And
to.
she said, no, I can't do that.
And
so
he left.
so yeah, that's what happens though when you are, I guess, under this rainbows and stars that money doesn't matter. And it does in a relationship. It does.
No, it does.
It does. So you need to know what makes you comfortable. Like, how much is okay for someone else to make once you are talking to them.
Are you willing to live below your means?
I mean, I do live below my means.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So if, like, I live comfortably. I don't make a lot. I don't make a ton of money. I live in a very modest home.
Mm-hmm.
Savannah is my fiance. She doesn't mind it, and I can honestly say she makes more than me, and she still doesn't mind it. But I take care of business at home. If she all of a sudden told me, "Hey, we need a bigger house," then at that point I would tell her, "Well, then you need to kick in this much for the rent because I can only afford this."
Mm-hmm.
And if I did tell her that, she would be like, "Okay." Because this is something she wants, and we would.
So she wouldn't have a problem with that.
No, she would not have a problem. She would just be like, okay, well, if I have to put extra, and since I make extra, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
There's no resentment from either side because we're having that communication.
It's a team, yeah.
But if she says, well, no, you got to give in half, I'd be like, babe,
where is it going to come from?
Yeah, where's it going to come from? Because where we're at right now, we're comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We get to travel. We get to. We have a roof over we're at. We pay for food.
It sounds like both of you guys are kind of on the same boat.
Yeah, we're she's on my boat. She's on my boat.
And she's okay with that. And that's where you have to have that conversation with someone.
Well, that's what I'm saying. She does make more than me,
and she's okay with it.
She was okay
but not
with it.
everybody will be okay. That's what I'm saying. Like, not all women, but if you're lucky, you'll get it right. But I'm just saying, like, you have to know what's comfortable for you.
Okay.
And you set that expectation from the beginning. And when you talk to a guy, you're like, oof, that's going to be rough. No, thank you.
What about building wealth together, though?
It's hard to build wealth when they have so many kids.
I'm not just saying. I mean, if you started a relationship where you...
I mean, here's the things. You got to ask how many kids they have. Why? Because to build wealth, you have... I mean, a lot of kids means the money's going a lot of places. And so wealth comes with a lot of other things that you need to know prior.
Okay.
And when they have those things that are not in place, building wealth together is going to be tough.
Okay.
Well, first of all, I don't think I would want to get into a relationship with a man that has a lot of kids. Because they do take a lot of
income
of the resources. Yeah.
Okay.
So.
But you guys are bringing in stuff that we haven't even discussed yet or put into it. You guys automatically assume there was kids already involved.
But you said building wealth, right?
I know, but
how do you build wealth?
Well,
explain it.
Well, what I'm saying is, if you're together and you guys don't have any kids.
Now there's no kids.
Well, or if you don't have kids, or if you do have kids, and you know where you're at with each other, and you know where you would be.
Do you guys want to have kids?
No, we do not want to have kids. Her son is more than enough for me, and he's a great kid, and I love him.
He is such a cutie pie.
He is. He's fantastic. I couldn't ask for anything better.
So building wealth.
So all we're doing is like our plans is at some point once we get some things taken care of that we've discussed, we were very open, is we're gonna buy a small little apartment in Europe so we can when we retire We can spend 6 months out there, 6 months over here.
Invite your friends.
Maybe. If we want that noise, I don't know. We might want
We can go the other 6 months. You guys are not
so
there.
let me ask you something. How long do you think your legacy will last when you die?
Legacy.
Yeah, your legacy. What is you dead, all that wealth, all that money, all those conversations.
What topic did we talking
well,
about?
this
was
is
the boat, water, money. Now we're back to legacy.
Relationships and no, like, I've never, okay, so
That's
legacy.
a good question.
Okay.
So let me ask you this. Your great-great-grandfather, tell me something about him.
He had red hair.
Your great-great-grandfather?
Yeah. Yeah, he had red hair. He was a little cinnamon, light-skinned freckles.
Canelo.
He was a total Canelo.
Okay.
Freckles.
This is your great-great-grandfather, not your grandfather.
No, great-great-grandma. We have a picture of him.
On your dad's side?
Yeah.
What do you know about him?
On your mom's side.
Oh, that he was, he was very firm.
Okay.
Straight to the point, talked very little, but when he did say shit, it was like you're in trouble.
Okay.
Hard worker, knew how to invest and buy land in Mexico, and yeah, that was it, my grandpa.
What did he do, like, for a living?
He had like a land, and he would just grow corn, and then he would sell the corn to the big companies for like to make tortillas and stuff.
And he is your mom's grandfather.
So
right?
what happened? Okay,
Yeah.
what about your dad's dad?
Oh, I don't know.
What about his great-great-granddad?
My dad doesn't talk about his
Okay.
family. I don't even know the side of my dad's side family, but yeah.
What
sure,
about you,
they're
Raquel?
great.
What do you know anything about your great-great-grandparents?
Oh my goodness! Oh gosh! On my dad's side, my great-great-grandparent.
Yeah, great.
No, all I know is going back with my grandparents. That's all I know.
So, our legacy, our time in this life, is only very temporarily. The houses are going to go away. The money's going to go away.
Yeah.
Everything eventually is going to go away. Why not live to be comfortable? Why not live to enjoy the person that you truly love and be willing to struggle with them, even if it means that they not make as much as you or do as much as you, or maybe they make more than you? Would you be okay with that? Because what I'm learning with my life in the peace part is that's what I'm looking for. I know that when I die, you guys might remember me, but everybody else is not. My nephews and everything, they may remember me, but their kids, possibly not, because they're not going to talk about me. They're not going to bring that up. They're just going to know, oh, well, it's a grandfather. Oh, it's this. But it won't go any more than a generation, and then you become a whisper or nothing.
But my question is, why is that a concern? Why do we want to be remembered?
Well,
because I don't care.
That's
I don't care if I'm remembered.
I know, but the whole thing is, what I'm trying to express is, in a relationship, okay, if you're voting it because based on finances, based on looks, based on this and that, versus on how that person makes you feel, how he takes care of you, and how he is with you, what's the point? If I made more, I made less, you make more, I make less, but I make you happy, I take care of you, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
Why would you want to get out of that because, oh, you don't make a figure that I need you to be making? Why would you make that become part of the relationship when you know that in the very end, it's not going to matter?
But it does matter.
Okay.
It matters to you right now.
It matters in the relationship because
it matters to you right now.
You could be very comfortable if you know that both of you guys are well off financially.
I think that you and your lady have a good thing going.
Yeah.
You guys understand each other, and you guys, work as a team.
You guys are blessed,
and you guys are awesome. So I
want that for everybody, though. I want that for everybody.
Thank you.
I really do.
Thank you.
I know. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that no, you raw dog.
You raw dog in it.
It's one of the good examples.
You are.
Well, thank you.
You're the outlier. You're the exception.
I'm the
of
exception.
The rule.
No, I think what it was is that.
And I think that what we're trying to explain to you is like we're out here in the wild. We're out here trying to fend for ourselves. Okay, and one of the things that helps protect us is when we do meet somebody. I mean, the first thing that we talk about is, hey, let me get to know your personality. We don't ask them right off the bat how much you make. That's not like the first, conversation we do have. But that if we are interested, it will be a future conversation, and it's only to protect us. It's not because we just don't want to be taken advantage of. We don't want a person to be like, oh yeah, you make this much. Oh well, I got an easy life here. No, we want a man who comes with his own and is willing to work with us to create something more. So I think it's done out of protecting ourselves, and we mean no harm to anybody by saying, oh, you know what, that man is not worthy of me if he doesn't make as much as me. No, hey, I can meet someone who doesn't make as much as me, and we can hit it off, and we can compromise, and watch at the end he'll probably be even making more than me, because guess who helped? We were a team, and we helped each other out. And let me just tell you, I know that you want to cut it off now, but let me just tell you this. I think that our legacy, it doesn't seem like it right now, but I think our legacy is going to be these sessions that we make. Yeah, because it may not seem like it now, but we're telling our stories. And these probably may not go anywhere. They might not go viral, and they'll probably be tucked away somewhere for generations. But vas a ver, 100 years from now, your great grand, daughter is be like, oh, look at what my grandma. We have some, her voice is here. Let's listen to what she created, and then we're a big viral sensation. Okay, so that's what I wanted to say, guys. Yeah. Thank you.
Well said. Cha cha.
I'm still gonna disagree. I think that's all noise. Because in the end, I've never heard anybody in their deathbed go, "If I only made more money, I could have been with this person." If I only, you're grateful
as
for
they live with the children because they don't have no money.
Hold on. Wait. I let you speak. I let you speak. Can I finish what I'm saying?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So I've never heard anybody in their deathbed regret or anything else. One of the best examples I've had was one of my uncles, which has the same namesake as me, and he was with his partner for more than 40 some odd years. His wife made a lot more than him, 3 times more than him. I can tell you right now, she made 3 times more than him. My uncle made enough to be comfortable, and they made it work. And in her last dying breath, from what my uncle told me, she was grateful to have him. Just the fact that they were good partners, that they made it both work and everything else. So money and everything else, to me, it doesn't really matter, because as long as I have a roof over my head, I got food in my fridge, and I'm able to enjoy my partner, I can't ask for anything more.
What did your tia do? I want to know.
She did. She was amazing, man.
What was her job? I want to know.
She was like a VP for a Bank of America.
Oh.
Yeah, she was up there. She was very up there. And my uncle was a delivery driver for dropping off popcorn.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
do I know this uncle?
Yeah, you met him.
Okay.
But my uncle, he was like he was very basic, very traditional. My aunt, even though she made all this money, she still got home, made dinner, got everything ready, and helped. And then, of course, my uncle would help clean around the house because that was part of his deal.
I sure hope so.
But that was the thing that he told me. He goes,
but that worked for them, and that's great.
Well, but it could work for you too if you just don't know.
I don't want that, but thank you though. I appreciate you trying to make me open my mind to that. Okay. I do appreciate that. But yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
For sure.
All right. That ends today's 4th of July session. Anything you guys are going to do for the 4th today?
We're going to pop some popcorn.
I'm going to go see the fireworks.
You guys going to go to the Jones Show tonight in downtown Phoenix?
Yes, I am. I'm going to take we're going to do a daughter-mother date.
Awesome.
And so we're going to watch the fireworks together. And I'm excited. So I'm planning it. I'm going to have the cooler and everything. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, you know what that means. All right, everybody. Thank you for listening on this 4th of July. Happy 4th of July, everybody. And thank you for listening to Dating Diaries with Raquel and Brittany.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.